Hey everybody, it's Stacy here with Real Talk, where we get to talk about the stuff most people are afraid to talk about. And I am really excited to be here with you because I've been off for a couple of weeks. I haven't gotten to be live with you, so I'm excited for that. And you may notice that I am in a different position. Why? Because I'm at my standing desk today as inspiration for Jump Until July. If you've been participating in our Jump Into July challenge, give a shout out on the chat. Just say Jump Into July. If you don't know what Jump Into July is, go to Jump Into July. I believe it's jumpintojuly.com. Let me make sure that that's true. Jumpintojuly.com. Is that the right one? Yes, jumpintojuly.com. That will take you to our current challenge, which is really about getting your body moving. And did you know that if you use a standing desk, studies show you will live longer? So I'm just going to give you a tiny quick peek at my standing desk. It's super simple. Check it out. Can you see that? Yep, simple. And you know what I love about it? Do you see the bottom where there's wheels on it? Guess what that means? I can wheel it around. I can go outside. I can be in my kitchen. So highly recommend standing and getting into the Jump Into July challenge. So let's go ahead and give a wiggle today for Jump Into July. And we're going to use this in this Facebook Live a little bit later. So if you want to check out Jump Into July, go into the jumpintojuly.com and join us for this movement to get moving. Now, I wanted to talk about a very unexpected topic today. So I went to bed last night having no clue what I was going to talk about today. Honest truth. I usually go to bed on Wednesday nights before Real Talk with a simple intentional thought that whatever message may be in the highest good will make its way to my throat, and somehow my mouth will form words when I go live here with you on Thursday mornings. So I went to bed with the question of what topic is alive right now? What can I share? And I'm going through, I'm like, oh, do I want to talk about belly bloat? No. Do I want to talk about independence, the 4th of July? And I was like, meh. And I just kept going through these topics. Do I want to talk about martyrdom? Do I want to do something funny? And it was like nothing was quite landing. They all felt a little too efforting. You know what I'm talking about? So I went to bed with that question of what topic is alive right now. And the answer came in a really unexpected way. My 8-year-old daughter woke up in the middle of the night around 4 a.m. moaning in terror. It was a nightmare about a large cat trying to drown her so he could eat her. Pretty horrible, right? So I brought her into my bed and she quickly fell back asleep. And 10 minutes later, she started screaming. The nightmare was looping. And she couldn't stop seeing the cat out to get her. And she's going, mama, mama, mama. And her eyes are squeezed tight and her face is squinched. Mama, mama, mama. And she's panicking. And I said, okay, shh, sweetie, like just stop thinking about it. Think about something else, like flowers and rainbows, and imagine that there's a wonderland on a cloud and you're going to go play in it with your friends. And she was like, no, it's not working. All I can see is the cat. So I had to try a different approach. And what came was, I said, sometimes things repeat because they have a message we haven't gotten yet. Maybe the cat has a message for you. So see if you can ask it what message it has. Sometimes dreams carry valuable information that helps us in our waking life. And she seemed to actually get that, which was kind of cool. So she said, do I ask it for a good message or a bad message or a scary message? And I said, maybe just be open to seeing what message it has without trying to control what kind of message it is. Just see if you can breathe and be open and curious. Just see if you can be curious and ask the cat what message it has for you. And she was quiet for a few minutes and then said, oh, I thought the cat was trying to kill me, but it was just trying to get my attention. And I said, how come? Well, how come it was trying to get your attention? And she said, I don't know, but when I asked it what message it had, it stopped feeling like it was going to kill me. Ah, and this just, a light bulb went off in my head that it's only when you believe the stressful thought that a cat is trying to kill you that you get hurt. So now replace the cat with your scary imagined nightmare, whatever it is, the thing that's out to kill you right now, whether that's not enough money or a difficult relationship or, you know, whatever is happening for you right now that is feeling like it's out to get you. So I said to her, the cat is, just so I understand, the cat is not hurting you, and it's not even that your thoughts are hurting. The fact that you're having this nightmare, that's not actually really hurting you. It's your belief that the cat is trying to hurt you. So it's our belief that our thoughts are true that hurts us. This is an important message. The belief that our thoughts are true is what hurts us. And suddenly it dawned on me the message I was meant to bring to you today, which is actually a question. What harmful thoughts are you believing about yourself? What harmful thoughts are you believing about yourself? Another way of asking this is, what is your imagined nightmare that you are believing right now? Right? A belief is just a thought that we keep on thinking. So what harmful thoughts are you believing about yourself? And go ahead and type that into the chat if you feel compelled. And we'll take a few seconds here. Just scan. So notice where you feel anxious in your life or foggy, lack of clarity. Someplace where you're thinking, I'm royally screwed, or I'll never get to have what I want because, and then notice what thought is there that is stressful or harmful. Sometimes it occurs as a secret repulsion, like something that we're repulsed by in ourselves, right? And what are we believing about that? Because it's not the thought that harms us, it's our belief about the thought. A thought is harmless unless we believe it. So how do we climb out of that loop? Well, as my daughter taught me last night, is you question the thought. Be in the inquiry, question the thought. Any internal fears, frustrations, triggers, worries, anxieties, any place you are tempted to terrorize yourself is a sign that it's time to inquire, not to just sink into the pothole of the nightmare, but actually to inquire. This is your life preserver or the olive branch. And you can thank your fear and ask, what message do you have for me? Just want to take a deep breath. So what I learned from this experience with my daughter was that we either believe what we think or we question it. There's no other choice. And questioning our thoughts is the kinder way. It always leaves us as more compassionate, loving human beings, open heart. So take a look at your thinking right now and notice where you're living in a thought or belief or a story that isn't really true for you, or it's not really doing you good. Now, if you get caught in the loop where you're even having trouble getting to curiosity or getting to the inquiry or getting to the question of asking, hey, fear, what message do you have for me? Hey, anxiety, what message do you have for me right now? Hey, repulsion, what message do you have for me right now? And you notice that it reduces the power that these feelings have over us and puts us more in dialogue, which is way more empowering. I did not know last night when I went to bed that this was what I was going to get to share with you, but it really struck me, and I'm really grateful. So what is the harmful thought or story that you're living right now that you're believing that isn't true for you? Yeah. Now, if you get caught in the loop where you do have that trouble getting to that inquiry, what can you do? Move your body. So this brings us back to jump into July. Tony Robbins says, if you want to change the emotion, change the motion. So we've got to get up out of our seats and actually start looking at things from another perspective. So since I'm at my standing roller desk, I'm going to lead you to a different view. Now, I know that makes me backlit, but hey, things start to look differently when we position like this. And look, now you're getting a little tour. This is one of the reasons why I just moved recently and wanted to get a place with a view so that I could get a wider perspective on life. Right? So here we are, just slowly turning. And I was just doing a coaching sequence yesterday with some of our Become a Health Coach students. And I was talking about this metaphor of looking at a painting, right? If I was to hold up a painting, actually, I could do it just with this book right here. But if I was to hold it up this way, this is not the best example, but if I was to hold it up this way and you were looking at it or looking at a painting on a wall and you're thinking, oh, look, there's two people kissing. And then if I walked up to the painting and turned it upside down so you could see it from another perspective, then suddenly it looked like two squirrels fighting over an acorn. And you go, oh, I didn't see that at all before. So when we move our bodies, we can change our perspective, look at it from a totally different angle, and see that the scary cat that we thought was trying to kill us was actually just a teacher, maybe an externalized version of ourselves that has an important message to remind us of or illuminate us to. So with that, I want to bring you, with that, I want to tell you to go to jumpintojuly.com if you haven't joined that challenge, because it's really fun. It's a July challenge to get moving. It ends July 31st. So go check it out and see what's in store there for you. It's totally free. There's no obligation to continue, but it's really fun. And I notice that as I move my body, it helps me move some of my stagnant thoughts, get me out of the pothole, and allow me to do the curious inquiry that opens up to more compassionate thinking. So that I can see the cat as a messenger, an important messenger with valuable information versus out to get me. Okay, so thank you to my daughter for bringing that important message for us all today. And with that, I wanted to give you my throne reading, which is playful and fun. Actually, my daughter stuck it there by the toilet, so thank you to her again. And it's the Laugh Out Loud Jokes for Kids. I'm just going to open it randomly. Oh, I opened it randomly and it gives me the perfect message. What did the pool say to the lake? What are you doing here? Isn't that perfect? Because here we are in inquiry and asking anything that shows up in our lives, what are you doing here? So that's our throne reading for today by Rob Elliott, Laugh Out Loud Jokes for Kids. If you need a funny in your life, then go ahead and maybe use that as your throne reading. Sometimes we need something light and funny and not so intensive. So thank you for joining this episode of Real Talk. Go ahead and post in the comment something that inspired you about this conversation, and I will be on the chat for a few minutes, and then I will see you next week on Real Talk Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, and next week we also have a live workshop coming up called Map Your Freedom. So if you are on our email list, then please join us for that. It will be with Carrie and myself, and I believe, and we're going to talk about how to map your freedom. So if there's some place in your life where you would like to experience more freedom, then you'll join us next Thursday morning for Real Talk, and then next Thursday afternoon for Map Your Freedom. Check your inbox for that, and I will see you next week.